think you have to recognize our generosity and take it at that. And we hope we can work out an agreement between all of you today, or, you know, or we're going to have to be.
Okay, now, I want to ask a question. When we do the bathroom, when the bathroom's done, then you're going to do the ceiling?
Well, this is all part of
the
discussion today. I think we need to do them kind of together, because if you build the walls to the existing ceiling, that's really not maybe the best choice. And Jack and Dean need to look at the ceiling, and they will.
I looked at it with Jim once.
Okay. And it's just beyond the state of repair.
And that is the second ceiling in there. That's been dropped once before. So we're,
yeah.
So if we're how big of a deal would it be to remove the drop so you don't have to drop it further?
I guess I'm not sure what you're...
How far was it dropped the first time, and how big of a deal would it be to
There's probably... it's probably dropped, I'm going to say 3 at least, maybe 4.
So can we use the existing structure to put something back there instead of
if you did
trying
that,
to suspend something?
You'd have to use the same type of ceiling, because it's a 2x4 grid up there that these fiber panels are stapled to. A ceiling like this, you could drop from that 2x4 grid that's there now. And then, I guess, kind of what I was thinking of, it, we had the Mid-American Energy Audit done last year, and after we did that, we did some work out there at the West Annex where we replaced some lights. Mid-American reimbursed us for all but the labor, I believe, on those lights out there. So if we were to put a ceiling like this in that senior center, with lights like this, the lights would be virtually free. This type of ceiling, a 2x4 grid, I priced just the material, and it costs about $1 a square foot. So we're looking at less than $1,000 for the materials.
Well, I think, you know, if we lower the ceiling any lower, or too much lower, it's going to, you know, the way the building was designed to look, even inside. I think, you know, we kind of want to maintain the historic height of the old ceilings. You know, recognize that there's energy savings to lower the ceiling, but I think the room that it would take away from the room if we lowered it too much.
Question. What influence do you think there would be on dropping the ceiling in connection with the existing windows? Window frame.
Well, if you look at those ceilings, at the paneling on that wall, about 10 feet off the floor, there's a seam, and if you were to put the new ceiling at that level, there's already an awning, if you will, on the inside down to that level. So from the outward exposure, you're not going to notice any difference in the looks. That being said, if the new ceiling were placed at that level, you're going to drop it probably another 3 feet, I'm guessing, maybe more.
And you use the awning as a...
I wouldn't change that.
As a level...
as a bench.
Leave the window the way it is.
Absolutely.
And then use the awning as a boundary.
Absolutely.
Jim, did you look at the insulation in that building?
There's none to look at.
That's a brick.
It's, well, we had, in our office building, we knew there hadn't been any insulation in there. After 50, 60 years, they looked in there, and I didn't know if there was any insulation above that false ceiling or not.
There's no insulation in the existing drop ceiling.
Okay.
We didn't go up to the original ceiling. That's clear up.
Is that metal or something?
Yeah.
Is it tin? Yeah. Okay.
So that's The only insulation is the dead air space between the original ceiling and the,
What does anyone think about the level of the bottom of that awning? I mean, does the awning need to be removed and put it at the top of the window, the top part of the window, or is it satisfactory to lower it to the level of the awning on the windows?
Does the cornice cover up part of the window? I didn't look at it that. It does cover up part of the window.
From the standpoint of heating, it make a world of difference.
Yeah, I think
Because
it
we're
would-
paying, as you know,
drop down.
we pay for the gas that heats that building, and the less space, doesn't take a genius to know that, the less space you heat, the less money you spend.
Well, if you put a, you know, just because you put a ceiling like this up, if you don't use a plastic airtight barrier, you're gonna lose half your heat going through every little crack in every piece. So you've got, I mean, if you do a good job and you put heavy mill plastic over top before you blow in insulation, that's where you save. I don't care whether it's a farm shop or whatever, you keep, if the air can force its way through every little crack on each tile, to make it airtight, then you gotta do it right. Because that air just wants to push up, you know, all your effort's gotta go on the, you know, the first foot of the wall and then the whole ceiling. And if you do that, you're gonna heat that thing for probably 1/4 of what you've been spending. Really, that's where
Yeah, I-
the ceiling, you know, sealing that up tight so that the air can't push through. The money you spend, or we spend, towards that effort will pay off huge dividends.
As far as the Horizons Group, I know I've participated in the Resource Center from the Horizons side. I know they identified the center as a place that they wanted or needed some improvement. What's your thoughts on them?
We just wanted to brighten it, give it a facelift, so people, we thought maybe it would draw more people in for the meals if it's cleaned up a little and put new carpet in it.
does the Horizons Group have money to contribute to this?
Well, we were gonna do some fundraisers, but if we're
I
not
see.
gonna get to do anything in there, we're not gonna do any fundraisers.
Okay. Well, we'll spend it if you
We'll take the volunteer.
As this thing developed, you know, the Board of Supervisors did that first step, and then we
Yes, I did,
encouraged
yes.
all groups to go out and find sources of revenue to help improve the building. And as long as it come through the custodian of the building, we were encouraging that to happen, and that has not changed. I mean, that's been our position from the start. The auditor is the custodian of the building, and the Board of Supervisors are the landlord. But he does, that's part of his charge to maintain and be the
And
custodial part
we're
of it.
still checking on putting some new countertop shed in the kitchen. Because there's like a table area that wasn't covered, and the wall on the east side that covered. So, and Van said they would donate it for us.
Good.
So
Part of the county.
I guess,
if I ever get Harlan nailed down so we can go up there,
Good luck.
yeah,
Harlan Shady has been
right, yeah.
doing the measuring and all that.
Mhm.
Bernie, he's in Arizona right now.
Oh, is he?
Heard that yesterday.
Oh,
And talking about the decor, the historic paintings or portraits or whatever, they belong to the county. So if somebody,
We want those pictures left in that building, please.
They're beautiful.
Good.
well, and I just want to make that clear that
Oh, yes.
we don't want those getting pitched out or somebody
Oh,
walking
no,
around.
no, we know that.
Or that's going to be a
No,
problem.
I remember them when I was 12 years old.
Oh, really? They are beautiful and valuable.
They are.
Well, they're part of the
Yeah,
building's history.
they're part of that building.
Any other, again, I encourage the congregate meal group and the senior center to get some kind of of written relationship figured out.